label me confused, aka Patters. We have a good issue and a disappointing issue all at the same time. But there's way more good than bad. Now, we're at Velocity's coming out party. She has trained the entire series to become a team member of Cyberforce and to be taken seriously by the guy getting his head knocked off here. This is Heatwave. If you thought Cyclops was a D-head, Heatwave wins. Heatwave's the biggest D-head in Image Comics at this time, in the Top Cow universe at this time. He's been hard on her. She needs to save the day, and this is her issue. Now, around this time, Velocity's gearing up for her own miniseries written by the great comic book writer, the great guy, Kurt Busiek. She saves the day. She runs away from the team. This is almost a panel. And spoiler here, right? This is basically a panel from this issue. Now, it's a redrawn panel. It's a great panel. I love how she's breaking the title. I think stuff like this. It's so much fun. It's so creative. Her arm should be going over everything as well. Over here, like over the image eye, but whatever. So she breaks away from the team. She throws a rock at one of these brand new soldier shock troopers. These guys are always popping up. These guys ruin their day no matter what. But anyway, she runs in the tunnel. She creates a shockwave, and she ends up in the ocean. And they rescue her. And this is her coming out party. She saves the day. Now, this is where, at the end of issue, let's get to it. At the end of issue 22. Our latest episode, we did one good issue and one bad issue. Our contention with this issue is that David Finch threw it in so late that they literally had to hire an army of inkers, probably other people. And we get somewhat of a half-hearted progression as we march towards issue, right here, 25. 22 ends with a to be continued. And you see Heatwave here, right? So the team basically makes a deal with their arch nemesis to, number one, get their memories back right here. This is Corbin. To get their memories back. And they have to go defeat the Kraken, which is this unstoppable beast monster that kicked Ripclaw's ass. Ripclaw, that's our guy here. She kicks his ass. Let's just get into it. What are we doing? She kicks his ass, right? Like this girl. Look. She gets run over by a truck in issue 21. We learned about her powers. She can teleport. So at the end of this issue, she just vanishes. She just literally vanishes. And she's kind of in the head of Velocity. I love the way that they build up Velocity. Now, Velocity's build up goes all the way back to Cyberforce original 4-issue miniseries, issue 1. How amazing is that? But they cut a deal. And the deal is the Cyberforce fellas, they have to go to the subterranean facility underneath the ocean. And they're going to fight. They're going to get info. They have all the blueprints from the bad guy. But they're going to get the info and defeat the Kraken. And we have this amazing talent. This Kevin Liu right here. This reads like manga. It's drawn like manga. But the real star is this guy, Stephen Fairchild. This is how you know. So the process of Stephen Fairchild would be, he would have markers like this. And they would print out almost like a one-to-one comic book page. And, he would marker it up and then hand that off to the computer team. And the computer team would digitize it, do the separations, and then, the colorist comes back and, they fix things around. But Steve Fairchild, he does the colors. Dean White does computer colors. And then Steve Fairchild comes back with color embellishments. Color embellishments is a credit you hardly ever see at this time in American comics. But you see the anime right there. I think this is a great standout issue. Anyone that's just interested in other creators doing the manga anime thing during a boom period in American comics, This is a great example. So they get, they encounter these new shock troopers, and I love this build up here, where it's just like, look how well Sideblade is drawn. But it's rock and roll time. They start kicking ass. Stryker gets his hand shot off, and they're a little bit more powerful. And then once they're destroyed, Velocity here sees that they reform. These guys are indestructible, but look at that coloring. That coloring's so good. I love the purple here and how the purple fades into an orange background for the... I mean, again, it's designed to be like that. But guys, I love these anime faces. I just do. And I think for like an inventory / fill-in issue, because clearly David Finch pulled some level of an all-nighter in the previous issue, and he's just not available at all to work on this. This is it's a very quick read, and it's compressed. So we just we zip along, but we get this amazing coloring, and they hack into the grid. Oh, well, into the mainframe. Chip hacks into the mainframe, and as he hacks in, he gets shut down. They're like, hey, we have the files, and then they're like, no, bye. So in 60 seconds, everything's going to self-destruct and blow up. I just like the coloring for these guys. It is so impressive. The red in the background, Velocity, her moment's coming. So what does she do? Velocity throws a rock right here. She's like, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. She throws a rock right there. Look at how is she a teenager? I don't know, but she's looking kind of cute. We got some great coloring here. Where's Karen? Karen, right here. That's Karen. She is ripping through this tunnel, going at full speed, creates a shockwave right there, and bang, we got the, see, like right here, boom, we got the cover. She ends up in the ocean. Look how nice drawn. I mean, when we go from here, like we're using, isn't it amazing? Like we're using the blue here. It's almost like foreshadowing. And then we turn the page and we're all blue now because we're underwater with our boobies sticking out. And the next thing you know, here you go. The team rescues her. She's okay. They're all happy. They're like, you, and he's like, you did good. You did good. And she's like, thanks. And then right there, he kisses her on her forehead. And we are done. They go off into the sunset. Very much like we've had with Wildcats. But look at that. The coloring is so dead on in this issue. So here's the thing. This is why it's disappointing, because this issue is set up to learn more about the Kraken. We don't move the Kraken plotline any forward. The Kraken is still somewhere in the world because she teleported in issue 22. And then Cyberforce got betrayed. They make a deal. They get betrayed by their arch nemesis. And they were supposed to kill the Kraken, get the info, kill the Kraken, get their memories back. And see, look, issue 21. This is, look, Velocity. We're on standby alert. Sorry, I'm trying to read you through my camera. Why are you out of the uniform? Like, always busting her balls. But you know what? In a couple months, she's going to save the day. AKAPADers. I still feel this is one of the issues of the first 23 issues. Now, coming up, our next episode is going to be these two, 24 and 25. We're going to get down and dirty. Also, we're advertising the Ballistic statue and the Cyberforce action figures, both highly profiled on this channel. That's how much of a completist we are. Let's go.